Hello guys, so welcome to the stream. This is our first show match for Nomadium 2. As you can see, we've got the maps pre-decided, the old world, Amazon lakes. And in case somebody is getting spoiled, oh, there are 3 sets of nations, that means there must be 3 games. I want to tell you that even if there was no third game, I would still put some nations over there just to maybe these could be dummy nations in the third set. These could be real nations. So I won't tell you. This is just going to be there for all the streams. Whichever, if there is a best of 3 possible, I'll have 3 sets of nations. Hey Coin, what's up? And Eat the Peer. These nations were not pre-decided; they decided during the game. I just opened all the replays. I saw their nations, and I put them. If there is no game, I just put random nation. I mean, not random nation. I just put my own set of nations. The rules are each player picks from one tier. So for game number 1, the nations are from tier 1 to 3. Game number 2, tier 2, 3, 4, and game number 3, so on. Hold on, I think I made a mistake there. Yeah, just hold on, guys. I'll be back.
No, it's okay. I think hey guys, Kron here. I think the player nations are correct now. It used to have Nubians twice where French was, but now it looks fine. So no problem. So guys, we'll kill some time. I can see that Coin said in the chat, thanks for making video of our game, but why in the hell would you put a picture of a 5-cent coin? Is that all I'm worth to you? 5 cents would be doing you a favor. What's the American word? You ain't worth a nickel, or is it a penny? I'm not sure. What's a coin in France called? Do you guys have cents, or is it some French word for it? Please educate us all. AZ Cron here, reporting in. Using your pro Photoshop skills. See? Yeah, so Coin just educated us all. France does in fact have cents as well. Well, everyone there has sense except for Coin. He has no common sense. Yeah, if I had my GG button working, I'd be like, GG! Yeah, I'm done here. Well done.
I was muted. I just realized I was muted. That was so sad. Yeah, we did burn Coin in case you didn't hear. Anyway, we got tier 1 to 3 in game number 1, 2 to 4 in game number 2, and tier 3 to 1. 3, 4, and 1 in game number 3. Let's start. This is going to be an exciting game.
Yep, let's do it. And Coin, just so you know, I did say that Europeans have sense, except for Coin, who has no common sense.
Oh yeah, you were not muted, so he did hear that.
Oh, you did hear it? Man, I didn't want to let that one run.
That's a repeat, but it's fine. It's double burn. We need to get those buzzers for burn as well.
I thought you said I was muted too. All right, it's all good. You've been burnt multiple times now, Coin.
It's
so
fine.
I hope you enjoy that.
Yeah, but it's
right.
Good that you're a coin, so you can't burn.
Exactly. You're immune to burning. All right.
We're gonna start now.
Yep.
Let's dig in. This is AZ Dragons versus PN5. First game on. Hold on. First game should be on Old World, right? Oh wait, I think first game was Amazon. Second game was Old World. Am I mistaking it?
Yeah, Amazon should be first. So it's all good. Let's just I think, yeah, Amazon's definitely the first one here.
Yeah, so it's just that since it's a show match, we don't want people to get confused. I will change some things again in case required. Oh no, first game is old world. First game is
Actually,
old world.
it is old world. It just looks like Amazon.
Yeah, it
So
just looks like Amazon. That's serious.
it's trying to trick us.
That
So
is serious. That's right. So here we are. Let's begin. We've
perfect. Yep.
got. I think we are both visible, looking very handsome.
Wow,
Here,
fantastic.
also we've got a new overlay, and now we'll have clan logos. PN5 versus AZ. We have gone are the days when we used to write text. Now it's just all about logos. Very soon, somebody will buy these clans. Some big investor for the
Microsoft maybe, or yeah, Yahoo.
Microsoft big huge games and Skybox, all of them together.
Yeah, I can see Google PN5 being like a nice kind of name. You sellouts.
Okay, so let me tell you, there we've got AZ Witcher, Young One, Leonidas, and Mentalist in AZ team. In the PN5, there's Shake Your Booty, who's Momo, Prolace, and King. It's going to be a very interesting game. First game is on Old World. In case people don't trust me, here it is, Old World. As you can already see, the nations were picked. So, Kron, I see that there are two Lakotas being picked. Witcher and Prolace, both of them picked Lakota as tier 1. Tier 2 is British. Both of them picked British. And tier 3 is French versus Nubian. So it's almost a mirror.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of it's less variety, but it's also good because neither team could say we had bad nations. It's pretty much exactly the
So,
same. It's
and
going to come down
and
to
that's exactly the whole point about this tier system. So everybody could get balanced nations, and it comes down to skills rather than luck.
exactly right. And I mean the Lakota players are going to be key here because obviously being tier 1, where they decide to build their second city is going to have a huge impact on whether they get map control for the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So map control is going to be a very important part in this game. And Lakota players, I see that both the Lakota players are against the British counterparts, which is funny. We've got a British versus Lakota on one side and a British versus Lakota on another side. Another thing about Lakota is that they can easily separate players since they can build anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this map turns out. So we've got white, purple, and orange. So basically top versus bottom. Whether perhaps Young One as AZ Witcher here builds his city in the middle and cuts off the other two guys.
Yep.
I'm interested to see how this plays out.
And it looks like a very good place. I see here near Peacocks. It's a good place. Young One will get access to two big mountains, and he will be separating the cities. He also has this river for protection. So I think it'll work out really well in case he decides to build there. For Prolace, let's see what's Prolace's strategy going to be. Blue and red are already too far apart, so I don't think there's a point in splitting them up anymore.
Yeah, I think that would be a bit risky too, because sometimes when you play as Lakota and you try and split your opponents, it can backfire sometimes because you can get doubled unless you have enough, defense there or reinforcing support.
That's right. And so I get the pick of Lakota. I think, in my opinion, Lakota is a superb nation, especially on this map, such an open map. Lakota is a superb nation for tier 1. For tier 2, both of them have chosen British. We have seen the rise in in the popularity of British over the LAT tournament. How everybody's been picking British for different kinds of games. So I can see why British is popular. On the third tier, we've got Nubians. I really like Nubians, especially on a team game where there are plenty of rare resources. I want to point out that Momo right now only has one rare resource in his own territory, which is a bummer.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. And I mean, if you look at the tier 3, so the only difference in nations, Nubian basically versus French. And yeah, of the two, which one do you think is going to have the upper hand as this game plays out?
French, in my books, Nubians are way better than French, any day, just because that ability to trade resources, I mean not trade, buy and sell resources, as well as sending cheaper merchants. Their merchants are stronger and they collect 50% more base resource. That's big deal. I really don't like French. I mean the French pick here, but let's see. I want to see what Leonidas is up to here. It's going to be an interesting battle.
Well, the interesting thing that I thought is that obviously they thought through this pick to go French, and I wonder if Young One, aka Witcher, if he might build his city really, really close to one of his opponents. and then French builds off the back of it and goes for a despot rush or some kind of fast attack, getting the healing power from the despot, because that could potentially be, part of the logic behind this.
Oh yeah. So here, I feel that the Lakota players initially hold the key because they are the fastest. They can raid a lot. So if Prolays and Young One start raiding their opponents very fast, it's going to be interesting. I see Prolays here is going for Civic 1 followed by Science 1. I do not like this choice, but let's see what's in his mind. On the other side, Young One went for Science 1, Commerce 1, and Civic 1.
Yeah, and I didn't catch what order it went in, but getting Science 1 up is obviously really, really good for Lakota, especially on this map.
Yeah.
You can see that Prolays is going for that mill, and it looks like he's going to start raiding. He's applying a lot of pressure to Mentalist, aka Fringe, his woodcutter camp there.
Oh yeah.
Or it looks like, it's under threat.
It is under threat, and Prolays has gone military 1. So Prolays has skipped Commerce 1. I want to say that I don't support that strategy, but let's see. Maybe he has a plan, because if you raid your opponent early enough, you can throw off his entire economy.
Oh man, and you can see right now this is probably going to be a big moment in the game. Mentalist has gone for Civ 2, like Commerce Civ, so fairly standard build as Brits here, but he has no ability to defend this upcoming raid from Lakota. So.
Oh yes, that's right, and Mentalist does not have food to go military 1, while Lakota raids are coming right now. And this woodcutter camp is in a very weird spot. It's in the middle, so that these villagers cannot go to a city to garrison. They will have to stay there. I think it all comes down to how fast Prolays can make some damage on this wood camp.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also going to come down to how calm Fringe stays under pressure, because sometimes getting one heavy infantry is easier just to run away from. Whereas if he starts to pump out a few archers, then you suddenly can't just micro your citizens. You start to lose too many.
Oh yeah. So Prolays is I think there's a mistake here. Prolays needs to send a ranged unit. He's only sending a heavy infantry and villagers, because most of the woodcutters are still working. They are not as affected as they would be by a ranged unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the key here. You got to start spamming some archers to follow up those hits that the heavy infantry are giving them, because heavy infantry alone, these rivers are helping because it's kind of boxing in the citizens a bit. But just a few archer fires just to kill off those last few HP.
That's right. I think at least one more ranged unit would be great. But yeah, anyway, Prolays has got his Commerce 1 done. He is of course doing much better than the British player, because Lakota. On the other side, check this out. Witcher and Leonidas, they have somewhat separated Momo, and Momo has separated himself from his own city, and it's going to be difficult for Momo, man. Look at that. He's got his second city close to Prolays, but there's a huge gap. On the bright side, Momo gets access to bison. That means he gets a great 30 food by the single bison. And I see Witcher is sending an archer. Oh, he's sending units directly to bison. Of course, that bison will get raided. Of course.
Yeah, it looks like it will. And I just realized why Prolays wasn't raiding with archers. He had no gold because he hadn't gone commerce and built a market at that point. So
I see. Yeah, that does make sense. Maybe he could have built slingers then.
Yeah, slinger would be good.
Slingers are pretty OP. If you remember our game, we were our tournament game. We were just fighting with slingers.
I know, yeah, it was just Aztec slingers versus normal ones, and I felt like it was, you were bullying me with those.
Yeah, because Aztec slingers get additional 10 HP, so that's great.
Yeah, no, they are, and it's British too. So
here, anyway. Momo just lost his bison merchant. Man, nothing hurts more than losing your bison merchant.
Oh, especially in the early game, it's nothing more painful than that 20 food. Then you got to build 2 farms. It's incredibly frustrating.
Oh yeah,
but,
look nice here near Mentalist.
Yep. Wow. Yep. Big pressure going down here. He's trying to get that tower up.
Yeah, and that tower will get up. It will get up.
Yep. Well done there by Mentalist.
Well done there. Yeah. I wonder what's going to be Prolays' strategy here, because Mentalist is, I think he's very well defended. There's a tower here, and it's going to be hard to take that it's going to be hard yet to attack Mentalist, especially where Prolase is located. There is no straight path. There are rivers. I would not go from rivers against British. The other path also makes sense, but remember, Mentalist, these guys have got gems. They're using, some of them are using papyrus, silk, even furs. So that's a good set of rares right there.
Yeah, gems. It's especially gems there because getting that border push, you can see Prolase's woodcutter camp is right on the very edge there, near his second city. And you can see some raids there going down from Leonidas as well. So some good pressure, keeping Sheikh, aka Momo, on the back foot.
Yeah, that's nice raids there by Leonidas. I noticed that so far Prolase is the only guy who has raided any AZ player. Young One was not raided, and of course Leonidas is way far behind. I mean, way behind in his location, so I don't think anybody wants to raid him. Another thing is these guys have also got salt. Man, look at that. Witcher has got a nice protective archers there. Another thing, military 2. You know what that means, man. This could be a quick game. Military 2 from Witcher before aging.
That is definitely going to be a quick game. So he is not stuffing around. For anyone who's relatively new to Rise of Nations, if you go military 2 before you age 2, it means that you're going for either quick siege, heavy cavalry, or both. Most likely quick siege. So probably a capsack is going to be targeted here.
Yep. So I think there are going to be a lot of action taking place on this side between where Fringe and Leonidas and Young One is. I want to say here that I feel, in my opinion, the rare resources are towards the AZ's favor by a big shot. They've got 3 library rares, which includes papyrus, silk, and furs. That's huge. In fact, they've also got gems and salt. The rares on this side are pretty shitty. Bison is fine, but I would pick a library rare any day. They've got wine here. There is spice. There is obsidian there.
And you can see, just so you can point this out, at Leonidas's second base, it's pretty important to note he's building his capital there, and based on his military too, which is really quick as well, it looks like they are going for some kind of strategy here. I suspect Despot might be popping out of this Senate. Let's keep an eye on it.
And military 2, military 2 with furs is so good because you can get it about 10 or 20 seconds earlier, which makes all the difference in the world.
And the siege workshop is going down as well. Oh,
are you looking at that? Momo has got Despot.
That's an interesting choice. I mean, it's a little bit risky to do that without commerce too.
That is, and what I see here is that I think they're going to double Mentalist, which I feel is the worst player to double, just because Mentalist is very well defended. On top of that, he is British, so no, man, I don't like this idea of doubling Mentalist. Just because I think just because it's a very well defended British base.
I agree. I mean, look at that river. It's like a massive trap there. He's got the towers that shoot extra range. You got the longbowmen who shoot from.
It's just perfect. Yeah, it's just a perfect setup for British defense. And thing is that Momo and Prolase are both spending some of their resources in doubling. Maybe I think the city of Aberdeen, if that's how you call it, Aberdeen, that's much more susceptible. But not London, man. I wouldn't go for London unless it's a big ambush and Mentalist is somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to either do it a sneak attack or it's not going to work. I don't think. He's sieging that barracks though. So that's not a bad pickup.
Not a bad idea, but I have a feeling that these British archers might be able to attack the siege. Oh man, look at that range. That is such an insane range. One of the archers can even fire from beyond trees, but I think it's not much damage done. Anyway, man, look at that. Young One is creating hell for King on this side.
Yeah, wow, that's really nice raids going on. You can see that he's taking advantage of his tier 1 nation to great effect here, but he's taking on the British. It's like a mirror matchup of what's going on the other side, but the other way around.
It's just that here the Lakota is able to do much more damage. I think Prolase should have built behind. because what I see here is that Prolase is also trying to attack, and Young One is also trying to attack. The only difference is that Young One's path to the British is much clearer, while Prolase's path to the British is somewhat dicey.
Yeah, and I would like to see Leonidas double against King here because of their map setup. But he is going for Nubians.
There is an ambush at Momo's cap.
Oh.
He does not have lookout.
Wow.
He does not have, and I think Momo is all set to attack the British player.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is huge.
Not the best idea, man. This is huge. I think this could be the end of the game, and Momo sees this. Momo just sees this.
Yeah, he sees it, and he knows that his heart sinks down right now. He has no way of getting his army back to save his cap, at least not for a long time.
He is getting militia, but no, man, no. This capital will go down. This capital will go down. Now it's all going to be decided on this desperate attempt here at Aberdeen. You know what? I feel attacking Paris would have been such a nice thing as well. Maybe.
Yeah, I think.
But anyway, getting a cap sack is the best here.
Getting a cap sack, he's getting all that plunder, and also look at that despot healing. I mean, French healing here. You know how we were talking about why did he pick French? Yep. I think Leonidas is watching this right now and laughing at us, saying, "Ha ha ha ha."
So I agree. I agree. French are very good, but the only problem with French is that, to get that good healing, despot is required. Yeah. The supply wagons don't do a good job because they can be easily sniped. And if you go despot, so this game I have to say, Leonidas is very lucky that he got this cap was uncontested. There was no defense here, easily taken out. But if you lose your army, if you lose that critical mass of your army, the game's over for you.
And he did have a tower, so in fairness, like he did have something there, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, he probably needed, I'm not sure if he had a temple or not, but it doesn't look like it. So,
oh man.
Yeah, that was just bad map positioning, the way this map turned out, and excellently capitalized on by Leonidas.
So this could be a very interesting game, but I know that both Momo and Prolase are going for London, but London is very well protected. As I said, there's a river, there are 2 towers coming up from Mentalist. It's not going to happen.
Man, this Mentalist base right now, it's like Fort Knox. Like, there's no way that's getting breached anytime soon.
Oh yeah, and on the other side, Young One is also winning.
Yeah.
Young One. Oh man, yep.
Yeah, that is some.
I don't blame here Lakota winning against the British, because I feel this is a pretty convenient place. In my opinion, Prolase was doing fine. I mean, he was not dying there. So maybe they should have doubled.
Oh, man. And Young's got all his militia there, too. So he's definitely not stuffing around. And he's losing all his food income while they're militia.
That's right. Another thing I have to say is that, so there was some bad decision-making involved here. As I said, doubling Mentalist was a bad idea.
Yeah. Check out King's Capital right now too, even though it looks like it's GG.
Yes, it's GG, man. That's a double cap sack. I think game number 1, AZ wins this.
I think AZ wins, yeah. No, and I think Fringe has Mentalist has done a good job here, because all he has to do basically is just survive. And he's built towers.
And for British to survive, it's not hard at all. British are very good at surviving. They're archers, and he's also got the what is it called? He's also got the attrition. Momo is the only one with a despot, but he doesn't have army.
Yeah. And you can see that Prolase's army is burning right now from that attrition.
Oh,
you can see. Oh. Yeah, wow.
And that was nice.
That
was a quick 18-minute game. I have to say, some key moments in this game was, as I said, attacking the British while they were very well defended, and the rare resources were also pretty good here with AZ. So, and they did a good teamwork overall.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, for me, this is the first time we've ever seen the tier system in play. And despite the fact that they picked the same nations, I actually think that was great, because it was fascinating, I think, to watch basically the same nations going at it on both sides
Mm-hmm.
and seeing what made the difference there. I think ultimately, as you said, picking French, they were the AZ guys got a bit of a blessing with the way the maps turned out.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably. No, it was just fascinating to watch. I mean, well played by all on AZ. I mean, Mentalist did a great job holding that off. So
That was a very good game, and I see that Proles had a great eco. He has a very nice eco over there. The only problem was that, yeah, attacking the wrong person. That's what messed him up here. I feel maybe they could have tripled somebody else. Would be a good idea. Also, I think Momo was caught off guard because he moved to the second city. In my opinion, he should have also moved his capital to the second city.
yeah, I agree. I mean, that's exactly what Leo did, right? And with
Mm-hmm.
Lakota, it's that classic thing where do you cap forward or cap back? It's probably better to cap forward because there's no way in hell you're going to be able to come back and defend and move your whole army from the front lines.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was probably another thing that in hindsight maybe I could have done.
that's right. All right, so let's jump into game number 2.
Let's do it.
In the chat, we've got Coin says that Proles does better with other nations than Lakota.
He needs Russians, man. He's the best with Russians. There's
Yeah,
no doubt about that. Best Russian player in the world. I think we can all agree.
we can. Yeah,
Yeah. But no, that was it's interesting. It's interesting too because there's a lot of pressure on the player who gets tier 1, or I can only imagine there's a lot of pressure because you've got young one Witcher. He handled that pressure really well. Played a great game. Set his teammates up for the win. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out for Proles there against Mentalist.
yep, that's right. So we've got game number 2. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready to go. Let's
Hey,
go.
Coin, it's just the first game for the best of 3, man. Chill. PN5 will have their revenge. So let's go. Um, Here, interesting set of nations. This time there's no tier 1. We got tier 2, 3, and 4. So tier 2, Iroquois and Inca. Again, which I think Inca is a much better nation than Iroquois. It's just my personal preference. Iroquois is great for raiding, but if you let Inca live for too long, they're going to beat any nation that survives.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Inca is obviously a very very strong nation, especially on this map too. I like that pick by who was it? It was Proles. However, I do think that
Iroquois are also great for scouting because their scouts can go through these woods very easily.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, just as far as player styles go too, I know that Young One has a very aggressive play style. He likes to raid a lot, and he'll definitely be making the most of those heavy, beefy, fast Iroquois units. So maybe on paper, I'd say Inca is probably a stronger nation on this particular map with the lack of gold. It's not a water map, obviously, but I still think I still have full confidence that Witcher, aka Young One, can do well here.
Oh yeah. So on the other side, let's see, Nubians, tier 3 versus Indians. I am all for both the nations. In Nubians, Indians, both are great. And the third one, so we have a substitution here. By the way, I want to tell you that Momo was playing in a meeting because yesterday when he said he's in a meeting and he's playing there, so he might have to pause, which is a very bad employee. I would never hire Momo.
Good. That's commitment to the team, right?
That is commitment to the team. That's what you get when you pay thrice the money TGC were paying. You get commitment and fealty to your team.
Absolutely. You could not want better team spirit than that. So nice recruiting. Now you're just bragging there. So
yeah. So Momo has left and Lube is replacing him. Let's see how this matchup works against them. We've got all 3 players, AZ players grouped together and all PN5 players grouped together. So we are not seeing, and there is no Lakota to offset the balance. I feel, man, Lakota is too strong. they can just come out of anywhere, any neutral territory, and surprise you.
yeah, no, exactly. And that's why it's kind of a good thing as well with this tier system is that we don't have to always see these dominating nations every game because in the second game of 3v3 you can't pick Lakota. So and we won't see Lakota again in this series.
That is right.
Simple.
Anyway, so Maya, Inca, and Indians. Let's see. The Inca player has got a single mine And this time I see better rares for these guys. They've got silver, silk, wool, diamonds, and peacocks on this side. For the AZ clan, they've got dragons. They've got salt, papyrus, dye. So yeah, and they've also got furs. So maybe somewhat balanced rares this time compared to last one. Both the teams have got library rares, not just one.
Yeah, that'll definitely help to make for a balanced game. I think, who do you think will be the key players here to watch in the first 10 minutes as we start?
In this game, I feel like the tier 2 nations are going to, not the Inca tier 2, because Inca have no benefits in the early game. I think in the late game, Proles is going to be the player to watch in this side. But in the early game, Witcher with his raids will be interesting. And here, oh man, I really wish that Lube was on the front so that he could use his Maya very well. Lube is far behind when he's Maya. It does not very well use the defensive purpose of Maya.
And I mean, you mentioned about having a good team player in Momo playing during meetings. I think Leonidas here is playing like a great team player. He picked Spanish, which is benefiting his team by being able to scout all the rares. So that's a huge benefit to pair that with Iroquois, because Young One loves to raid, and obviously Iroquois is a great raiding nation.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he'll be able to see every single rare.
You are right. You're right. That's a great use of Spanish.
Yeah, it's a good combo, because he had to pick a tier 4 nation anyway. He probably could have gone for Mayor if he wanted that faster early game kind of team, but he's putting his team first here, and that's what I love about this system. If I haven't said it already.
Yeah, I want to point out here how fast Maya is. Look at that. Maya is a tier 4 nation, comparing it to Spanish as tier 4. Here, Leonidas is building his library while Lube is building his market. Just look at how fast. In fact, on this team, Lube is faster than tier 2 and tier 3 nations.
Yeah, that is insane. And actually, I just checked the ruins as well, and Lube's he's tied for the top ruins, or 175 versus 180. So it's pretty even, but obviously Spanish get more bonus per ruin. So yeah, he's having a great game. But Mayo, yeah, very fast. And to be honest, my personal view is that yes, they're tier 4, but that's not to say Mayo are bad. They're probably the strongest tier 4 nation there is.
Oh, and check this out. Check this out here. Witcher is going for military 1 directly.
Oh wow.
That can offset the whole game, especially with the scouting. Let's see the scouting. Both the teams have done a bad job at scouting, but it's fine. We've got the Iroquois player who will have a scout, the scout who can walk through trees.
Yep.
Just perfect for this map.
And you can see Spearmen are already pumping out. He's got 2 on the way. He's built his racks as far forward as he possibly can, so they will reach their destination as soon as possible. And coming up against Mill 1 with Iroquois, because Iroquois gets such a bonus from getting that scout out to pick up those ruins that haven't been scouted yet. So it's not a bad economic decision, but it's a great decision to put your opponent on the back foot, especially if he can raid Inca, because if he can slow down Inca, it doesn't matter how strong Inca is. If Inca never gets up and running with their mines and their gold income, they're weak.
That is right. I 100% agree with that. So we see that Indians, remember, Indians are not very fast in the beginning. Their main strength shows up in the end. Towards the ending, I mean not in the ending, age 2, when they get cheaper elephants, when they can spam those temples, markets in every city. Dude, look at that. I'm at 6 minutes 30 seconds. King is building a city here, and Young One just found Lube's merchant. Is he going to raid that? Oh, he's going to miss that.
Oh my god. He's literally walking past saying hello. I gave him a high five on the way, and he should have been on an attack move then in hindsight. But that merchant has just survived through the skin of his teeth. Let's see if he's lucky with the follow-ups though.
Oh man, yeah, that was insane. I don't know, or maybe Young One is not paying attention there. But anyway, I see Young One is trying to punish Inca player as much as possible, because Inca is going to be trouble.
Yeah, I think so. You have to do that, right? Like that's got to be the strategy here, because I could see in the chat that as soon as they found out the other nations, during the loading screen, Young said in the chat, "Oh, Inca, that's a good pick." Maybe thinking, why didn't I do that? But I think, yeah, this is going to be Iroquois versus Inca. And
And also, I have to point out here that King's city, this time King is the one with a very nicely defended city. I have no idea how King will get attacked. There are rivers on both the sides, and there are so many mountains. I think King is all set for a good defensive game if he wants to boom. This might be a longer game with the positioning of everybody's positioning, and yeah, and especially imagine beating Maya when they're behind a river and trees. Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh man, I've tried to beat Mario before and it didn't work out for me, and I was playing as Iroquois. So yeah, I don't, I don't want to think about what these guys are thinking right now.
Oh,
I think
and come on, dude. King was trying to save his silver merchant, and he just did. I think that merchant has 1 HP or something. But
yeah, no,
anyway, young one has upset a lot of people here, which is great. I see that King is building a tower near diamonds, and if Witcher is Witcher, I mean this young one's heavy infantry comes there, he can actually stop that tower.
yeah, I think you can. And yeah, I mean, with Iroquois, they're so beefy that they could probably just look at the tower, say hello, and then kill the merchant and run away, still with some HP left
Young
over.
one's next target is the relics merchant.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. That is painful to watch right now for the
Yeah,
PN5
especially
guys.
because when the relic has not even paid off.
Yeah,
So I see good
there's
teamwork here. Check this out. Prolays is skipping military so that he can start utilizing his Inca bonus as soon as possible, which is a great idea.
that is a great move.
Yeah, when you have your opponent, when you have your ally protecting you.
Yeah, I think that's great teamwork there on all sides. I mean, obviously there's high level strategy from and we've got Colossus going down too.
Colossus from Nubians, great pick. I wonder if the tier 3 nation here is Indians. Well, you don't have to expect all tier 3 to behave the same, but let's see. I think this is a pretty good map for going wonders.
Yeah, I agree. I think if I was to sit there and strategize for these teams, I'd be thinking, guys, you got to think the long game here. This might turn into a bit of a battle of attrition, a bit of a race to gunpowder, because the way the map's set up, it's just so hard to stage an army. You can't rush them. You can't really double. Anything you try and do will be telegraphed to your opponents for a good few minutes before you actually get there, just because it's so slow to move across that river.
That's right. And Young did try to raid diamonds. He was unsuccessful. He's going to lose both of his... Oh, no. Only one unit, maybe. Maybe just one unit. Thanks to the faster Iroquois villagers. But yeah, I have to say Young's raiding has slowed down King the most, because King here is still not aged. It's 10 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I can see in the stats too that Young has killed 5 merchants so far, or 5 units. I'm assuming they're probably merchants. So that's a big deal. That's a lot of merchants to cop, considering they don't get that income for every single point in this game unless they replace them, and they're expensive to replace too.
That's right. So I want to see what is going to AZ's strategy be. Are they going to spam scholars, go for a long game, or because this map seriously looks like an H4 game. I won't even attack an H3 in this map.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, age 4 is that huge gap where you can just crush once you've boomed to that point. You can see the sugar there in the middle between red and white. It's kind of like in no man's land, but I think whoever can secure that might have a leg up for the rest of the game, because getting 10% off food is going to add up in the long term here.
Yeah, and check this out. King is raiding Colossus, and the Nubian player Mentalist has no barracks, so he's going to depend on Young One to send an archer, which is great. I think this goes very well for a wonder race, but unfortunately I don't think we are going to see a wonder race. Anyway, Hanging Gardens coming for Leonidas. That's 2 of the top wonders in age 1. I mean age 2.
Yep. No, I like that. I would say that's a great move there by Leonidas to recognize that this is probably going to turn into a tech boom game. And I'm actually surprised that Lube or King didn't try and jump at that opportunity too. I mean, pyramids are still up for grabs. Would be surprised if someone doesn't grab that soon, because if they don't, they're going to have to go for some kind of quick attack, or they're going to be outboomed here.
Yeah, because that Colossus and Hanging Gardens is going to stack. And these guys have also got Papyrus here. I feel Papyrus and Silver are the king of booming rares. Top booming rares there are in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's only mitigated by the fact that the other guys have relics. and wine helps as well, and
Yeah,
silver.
silver, and these guys have silver. So PN5 has silver, relics, diamonds, and they have furs. But wait, did they have furs, or was I hallucinating?
I'm not sure if they did. I think it got raided. Oh, hang on, that might be the last game. I'm getting confused.
Yeah,
we'll keep an eye out for
I
that.
don't think this team has furs. AZ has furs. So AZ has got Papyrus, Furs, Dye, 3 library rares. Oh no, wait, Papyrus, Furs, Dye. Yeah, that's 3 library rares. And they've also got tobacco, so that's nice for winning wonder races.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if there had been a wonder race, you definitely want to have tobacco on your side.
Yep. Here
and you
is Mentalist building closer to the. He's building his 3rd city. He's going to get closer to King now.
And that's a big move. I mean, on this map, when you're setting your battle lines and you're all lining up, it's kind of like World War One here, where you've got France versus Germany, I guess, except East versus West. And I think that's a really good spot to build your city, because that's a choke point that they can control now.
Yep.
It's going to be a very defensive game, as we talked about, until someone invents cannons and
That's right.
guns.
That's right. And maybe this is the perfect time for PN5 to start raiding, because AZ guys have raided a lot. They've done a great job at raiding. Now it's PN5's turn. So I see Lube is still, he has about the same knowledge income as Leonidas, despite Leonidas having Hanging Gardens. But Leonidas will catch up soon. That's not a problem. Here, the Inca player, as expected of him, 120 knowledge. Same as Mentalist. So, man, this is another advantage of Nubians. I have to say, Nubians, the rare bonus, it shines the most when it comes to knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the right strategy to do. Just sit back and accumulate knowledge and accumulate wealth, and then win the game from there.
That is right. So here, 70 knowledge for a young one and 75 for... So I think Prolays has the same amount of knowledge as Mentalist overall. And overall, the team knowledge is similar. Let's see. So metal income highest for Prolays. Lube is getting close. Mentalist has the highest knowledge income right now, followed by Prolays.
And I think you compare the wealth income of Mentalist versus Inca, it's about the same. So I guess that's the biggest thing that, Prolays should be the player to watch here, especially as this game drags on. We talked about how he might get raided early on, but he wasn't really too slow. He went for that fast stage too, has had plenty of gold income coming in so far. I might check the economy stats really quickly. I can see that wealth collected, actually Mentalist is ahead. He's on 1500 at this point. Prolays on 13.
Dude, check this out. Check this out. I'm at 15 minutes and Leonidas' 3rd city is getting stopped right now. He's gonna get stopped right now. Ooh.
He does have forces coming.
And Prolays can make some difference. If Prolays comes here right now, he can stop the city from coming, or maybe they can capture the city. I don't know which one will be better. Prolays is also raiding here on horses. Nice. Now, once the Inca start raiding these rares, it's going to be the Nubian player is going to be hurt the most from these raids.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's massive economy hit if you do lose your merchants there as Nubians. And yeah, obviously heavy cavalry. There's plenty of resources going around for an Incan player to build as many as he wants.
Yeah. Dude, look at that. Mentalist is going Zen mechanic style. ×3 for not Zen mechanics, for Mentalist. Prolays has aged in 16 minutes. That's a very good time for aging. And he's going to start sieging the city of Osuna, which is Leonidas' 3rd city. I think a double on Osuna will be perfect to take him out. Meanwhile, all King has to do is survive meanwhile. And King has got oh man, King is going to lose his senator for nothing. Bad King. King just lost his senator for nothing. Anyway, so this is where the meat of the game is.
Yeah, this might be it. I mean, we talked about a long game, but if they take the city, all the momentum goes way into PN5's favor here.
That is right. And on this side, there is, and they've got a very nice city to attack. The city of Osuna is so well protected. I mean, not protected, it's so open. It's just perfect for attacking.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see he's getting the tower up behind, but there's 2 armies. Fringe's army is coming across. Sorry, Mentalist. When I say Fringe, I mean Mentalist. And it looks like, yeah, it's a great position to be in if you're the PN5 guys right now.
And look at the raids going, man. Prolace is raiding Tobacco, very well done. Here is, I think Lube was also raiding with his light cavalry. Oh no, Lube is just scouting with his light cavalry, I think. And Prolace has got 2 heavy infantry constantly raiding all the places. Leonidas is still H1. I mean H2. What am I saying? H2 for Leonidas.
Yeah, that city is going to go down by the looks of it unless he can hold here. And you can see that Mentalist is bringing his army across to take out those siege at the bottom, so that's definitely going to help.
That is going to help, but Lube has captured it. And I'm actually glad that Lube captured it because he is Maya. So when he gets it...
Yeah, 20% more hit points, right?
Yep. So if this city gets assimilated, it's going to be hard for AZ to bring it back. Now Leonidas is on back foot, and that's going to hurt, man. That's going to hurt them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Spanish is their tier 4 nation here, and you can just see the gap. The benefit he provided his team with the scouting is now kind of getting offset by how much faster Maya is playing, and Lube's playing a great game too.
Lube's playing great. He's got a 160 nice eco, and this Hanging Gardens is not looking very good at this point because I feel very good about Hanging Gardens in the late game.
Yeah, I think Hanging Gardens is good, but when you build it with your slowest nation, it doubly makes your nation slow, if that makes sense. And yeah, it perhaps means that it's just a combination of getting doubled here, having the Hanging Gardens, and having a slow nation to start with. Is really catching them off guard. And Mentalist has got a great economy, but he just doesn't really have the standing army right now to try and push this back.
Now here's something that could be good for AZ. King has... I think King doesn't have army. King has a single crossbow here, and yeah, King needs to step up his army, man, because AZ Young One might capture the city of Jaipur, which is my hometown.
Wow. Well, if they capture your hometown, that's going to be
where am I going to live? Oh my god, like the other side, city of Malaga was captured. I think 10 seconds was left for Leonidas to age.
Oh,
just 10 seconds was left. Oh man.
Yep. Man, that's tough. But they do have a big army. Like Mentalist got his army there now, so they might have enough if they can play this defensively. I'm not sure though.
Mentalist has called GG. He's saying, I mean, in his chat, he says, "Why haven't you upgraded your archers?" But maybe I won't call it over, because on this side it looks very promising for the I think Witcher. Yeah, Witcher might. And King just did a stupid thing. He lost his senator for nothing. Yeah,
and I think yeah, it looks like that city of Jaipur, your hometown.
Yeah, there are 2 towers. I would suggest King to snipe that supply wagon, because that's going to be helpful. The only thing that's going to help King right now are the 2 towers behind, and actually there's also a lookout in front that I feel that yeah, I feel Young One is not paying attention to that lookout. But yeah, despite I think the only way anybody could defend against such a huge army is when they have rivers on their side, when they have towers. So great.
Yeah, I mean, he's done well to get an army up to try and hold this off, and those elephants definitely help, because they can't be bribed when you're in your own territory unless they bring spies.
That is right. That is right. And King's senator might get sniped again. And what the hell is King doing, man? Oh, this is the second time these guys have Young One has sniped King's senator. I don't know whatever he is doing. He should take care of it, because if this was a fair game, I think if there was no protection for King, this could lead to his, like, it could be the end of the game for King if he lost this city. All King needs to do is just hold, because Lube and Prolace are doing amazing here.
Yeah, they're playing really well. And you can just see that.
I'm going to check the economy stats, and Mentalist is leading in all fronts, so Mentalist is doing amazing. In fact, you won't believe this, man. Mentalist has more wealth than the Inca player. What the hell?
Wow, that is crazy. That's just the power of Nubians. And you know what? Maybe that means they still do have a chance here if he can take on 2.
Yes, if he and check out his library. Mentalist is actually planning for age 4.
Wow. Yeah, that's not far away. He's almost got enough food
I won't say
and
Prolase is
knowledge
too
to.
far away from that. Yeah, Prolase can reach there in some time. And Prolase just has a lot of knowledge stacked. He needs to use that. Maybe some upgrades would be great. The only thing that Mentalist lacks right now is a big army, and Prolase has an army. I think that Prolase is, I mean, Mentalist is trying to siege that castle from King. Really nice
Yeah,
defense
that's
by King, I have to say. For somebody who kept losing his senator, he has a very good micro and a very nice defense here.
he's redeemed himself in your eyes
Yes,
with that.
and he's got double the knowledge income of Young One. So in the long game, Young One will definitely win. I mean, King will definitely win. There's no second doubt about that. Meanwhile, here
Yeah.
is Loop trying to attack Madrid. I would say Loop should get that Hanging Gardens while he has a chance. But anyway, I think he's doing amazing here. Young One, Leonidas is nowhere close to aging, while Loop could get his Science 3 very soon.
And you
188
can,
knowledge for Loop.
yeah, you can see.
179 for Prolace.
Yeah, wow, that's fascinating. It's so close. And I mean, how much has Mentalist got here? He's got 183.
But Mentalist has this knowledge income since a long time, so he's going to age. And Prolace is not far away. Good for the PN5 team. Prolace might be the first one in this team to age.
Can you
203.
see?
Look at that, 203 for Loop, man. He's playing very good with Maya. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he's got so many merchants out on the map. I think it's over about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 10 merchants. You can see that Hanging Gardens are being deleted here by Leo, so he's giving up his wonder so that it doesn't get captured here. It's about 50% raised at the moment.
Oh yeah, he is raising it. Actually, I don't know why Loop is not attacking that, because anyway, there's too many buildings in front of City of Madrid, and he won't be able to capture that.
Yeah, exactly. He's built a nice little sim city there. There's only a small path around the side. So that's definitely boding in the favor of Leonidas, but he just
Just hold
doesn't
on.
have the units.
I need 2 minutes.
Yeah, no
Hold on.
problem.
Yeah. Hey, I'm back.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. Hello, guys. Hold on.
I think we're on
I
mute still.
think. No, we're not on mute. Yeah, there's a lot of chat going on. I'm sorry, I am not able to follow. Anyway, let's continue. Here we are.
Yep, no worries.
So Hanging Gardens is going down anyway. I think if Loop takes it out, he gets the plunder, which is great for him. But anyway, yeah, Loop is also on his way to gunpowder. And remember, these guys have got silver. When Mentalist ages, the age cost for PN5 will be taken down even more.
Yeah, exactly right. So that's going to only help PN5 in.
And honestly, it looks like Mentalist has just completely abandoned Leonidas. He knows that he's too too deep into death, and he cannot be brought back. So these guys are just going to double a young one and the Mentalist. They're just going to double somebody now.
Yeah, and it's like if anyone saw Dave's video about some tips that he does, one of the tips was don't always defend your ally. Sometimes you just got to go for your own attack because it doesn't accomplish anything by walking all the way back if you can't save them anyway. So maybe he's watched that video and he's following that advice.
I'm just reading the chats. Nice. Hey, Coldfire Coin, Rizaki. Nice. We've got about 25 viewers for the first stream. That's not bad at all.
That's awesome, and this is only a show match.
I somewhat feel like this could be a semi-final or grand final game.
Yeah, well, this might be a premonition of what's to come because these are definitely two teams that were talked about as potentially top 4, top 5.
Yep.
And yeah, let's see if they meet again in the main tournament.
AZ was the contender for the 4th position, and thanks to that coin you flipped, they were not
less fun.
Yeah, but anyway, I still have hope. Less hope though because now Prolace is also age 4, and Prolace got that, and I think Leonidas is going to be eliminated instantly when the city of Leon is captured. So what I really like about this gameplay from PN5 is that they played without wonders and they were able to beat their opponents. Isn't that a very very nice thing? That just tells you that the wonders don't always win if you can have a very strong attack.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, I must admit, as soon as I loved the decision to build the wonders for AZ, all they needed to do was not bottle it and sit back and defend and help each other and just hold off any kind of double. But I would have liked to have seen probably Mentalist there reinforce and maybe support Leo's base a bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tricky because he's trying to get a nice boom going, and he had an excellent boom. He had way more wealth than the Inca player, as we kind of
check this out.
before.
Yeah, he's got everything more except food, and even in food department he's close to Lube. So this was a pretty close game. I think if Leonidas survived for a little longer, if he did not get that 3rd city caught in archer fire, this game could have gone the other way. Meanwhile, I want to check here. So compared to, let's say, we've got Witcher here, young one, and we've got King. So maybe King would have been age 4 earlier than young one, and I think those elephants in age 4, they are just cruel. There's nothing beating those elephants in age 4. That's right. Where the Indians and Persian players start shining. That's why we put them in tier 3, because I feel like Indians and Persians, they are not very good, as good as the others in early game, but they can be the best in late.
Oh, absolutely. And I can see in the chat, Serge said, does Fringe ever say GG? I think Fringe, aka Mentalist, his version of GG is just to quit without talking trash. So that was his GG. That's his equivalent of a GG. And you've got Dev, aka Coin. He said, Jatin, are you feeling better about PN5 now?
Yes, I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah. I was starting to think, are you worried about your seed, that you guys got the top 3 seed and you might be cannon fodder? No, that's definitely a nice win there to bring it back to a 1-1 game. And you know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
That is a decider coming up.
That is a decider. So I always want to break something to you all of you, and I'm going to confirm that. Oh, by the way, I just checked. Yes, it was saying lat 2019 in the scoreboard. I have changed that, but it's too late anyway. So there's a spoiler alert here. The spoiler is that we don't have a third game. These guys only played 2 games because I think somebody had to go. Either the AZ team or the PN5 team had to go. So this remains like a mystery. It's like a prelude to what could happen in a semi-final game.
Oh my god, I don't know how to react to this, but I feel like this is both the greatest and the worst thing of all time. When you got two great teams, you can't decide who's the winner, so they just walk away 1-1 draw for this show match. So yeah, okay, that's anyway. I think that's a good outcome, and I know Jatin, you've got to actually leave in your real world right now to go play some cricket soon, right? So
yes, I have to go and play cricket.
Whilst it's not good for the viewers who wanted to see an outcome here, I think it's a nice way to finish this show match. You know, a 1-1 draw, great games played, and we got to see a taste and a sneak preview of what to expect. Mm-hmm. And I must say, I'm not disappointed. That was excellent games.
That was. So I'm going to put a scorecard on the main screen just so that everybody can see. Yes, we've got a 1-1 score. So and we've got I think that this is where we would like to end.
Yeah, I think we'll finish it here. But and I don't know if you want to let the stream run, but it's a show match, so I don't know if that means people are going to get spoiled or not. But,
yeah, anyway. They might get spoiled. But anyway, I think I'll let the stream run just for the thank you message. Thank you all for watching, man. It was great. We got a very good response. A good number of viewers today, so that helps.
Yeah, that's excellent. We wouldn't do this without everyone watching, so thank you guys for tuning in, and for chatting heaps too. It's great to see a lot of interaction there, and this is just a taste of what's to come. So really excited. Stay tuned. Everyone who hasn't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you donate to the prize pool if you enjoyed it. And just ask a simple question to yourself. Did you enjoy these games?
Yep.
If the answer is no, don't donate. If the answer is no, don't donate. Okay? That's as simple as it gets. If it's yes, $10. That's all it takes. It's Australian dollars too. You get a great exchange rate on your euros, your US dollars, your Indian rupiah.
It's not rupiah, but yeah, it's fine.
What's the Indian currency? I don't want to get hate
rupees, man. Rupees.
Rupees. Yes, rupees. See, I was close. Not quite close enough, but so guys, thanks again. Anything you want to say to wrap us up? I think
yeah, that's it. Good show match here. I hope everybody knows how the rules work now, and all the teams who are in the qualifiers, please start scheduling your games. Next week we'll announce the maps for Super 16 and we will start. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thanks guys. Talk soon. Bye.
I'd keep in mind the words you wrote. But something changed and so did we. Now I can't set aside, I can't just be and let me